I promised we have an action-packed session, so we're going to move on to our next speaker today, who is Larry. So as our Zoom producer brings Larry on to share the spotlight, thank you so much, Larry Pon. I am so excited to have met Larry. Larry and I share some overlap with the fact that we've both worked in what was the big eight, I don't remember if they called it, then the big six, and now they're the final four of the consulting, of the accounting firms. So we shared that history. And so when we got together, it was kind of fun to compare stories from our experiences there. Larry is amazing. So Larry Pon speaks to tax professionals and financial advisors on the latest tax planning strategies and to the general public on achieving financial empowerment. I'm thrilled to introduce you to Larry Pon.
Well, thank you, Nora, and hello, everybody. Well, how do you achieve financial empowerment? This is going to be different for each and every one of you. Financial empowerment could mean owning a home. A home is not just a piece of real estate, but a safe haven. Too many dismiss the possibility of owning a home, but it is possible with proper planning. However, you cannot just buy a home like buying grocery. There are many steps to take, but you need to take the first step and be patient. Retirement. Retirement means not having to work for a living. Most of us no longer have generous employer pensions. I know some people have winning the lottery as their way of reaching their retirement goal. Well, you must take control of your retirement planning. I do get thank you cards from clients on their first day of retirement. How about paying less in taxes? Who wants to pay less in taxes? I had clients who would cheer during our appointments whenever I pointed out to them how much they saved in taxes by following my advice. How would you like to send your children to college without student loan debt? I was just helping a financial advisor with her client who wanted to get more financial aid for their children. They were upset that their income was too high to qualify for financial aid. I told her that if her client took advantage of the 529 college savings plan, it will help pay for college tax-free. This is better than financial aid and the best way to save for college. Let's take control of your debt. Who wants your debt to take control of you? It's just like desserts. It's okay to have some, but just not too much. Now, if you're a business owner, you want a successful and profitable business. You're in control of your business instead of business in control of you. I met the owner of a framing business, and it looks like he only had a job at a frame shop. He was working 7 days a week and not making any money. I reminded him that he is a business owner, and as a business owner, he controls his own destiny. We were able to double his sales by just changing his mindset. I'm sure you have many more ideas, and I'd love to hear about them from you. Today, we're going to focus on one of these topics. Let's talk about how to reduce your taxes. Who wants to pay less in taxes? How do you pay less in taxes? Well, you need to know all the tax rules and techniques that are available to you. You have to understand all the aspects of your financial situation. And of course, stay away from the misinformation that is so prevalent. This week, I served on a panel for freelancers to the pharmaceutical industry, and all the panelists, except for the IRS employee, were not tax experts. One of the panelists kept sharing misinformation. For example, she said that everyone can claim 15% of their home as a home office deduction. That's not true. There are very specific rules on whether you qualify for home office deduction and how much you can claim. I told the audience they can see my video on business use of home on my YouTube channel. Another client, she brought all her receipts for her vet bills for her dog because she heard that you can claim your pet's medical expenses as a deduction. Well, I told her that a Michigan Congress member introduced a bill. However, it went nowhere, and the president did not sign this into law. So, no, you can't deduct your pet's vet bills. Sorry, I know there are a lot. You cannot focus on just one variable and make your tax plans focus on that one area. You have to look at the big picture. It's just like exercising. I would love to get rid of my love handles, but you have to work your entire body, not just a small part of your body, the whole body. So for example, there are people who are obsessed with not paying any Social Security or Medicare tax. They go out of their way to minimize their Social Security or Medicare taxes. Well, however, later on, when they apply for Social Security, they complain about their itty bitty checks. I have a very good indicator of business failure. If someone tells me they want to start their own business and their first question is, what can I write off? Well, I recall an engineer who said write off so many times, I called him Joe Write-Off. He's no longer in business. Each and every one of those people have failed in business. Don't you think the right question should have been how to maximize your revenue? I have met many people who are afraid of success because they don't want to pay taxes. There's Nancy, who is a very good home stager and a feng shui expert. She feng shuied my office. She gave me great feng shui advice. She hung a crystal in my office to channel good energy and put an 8-sided mirror underneath my phone so my clients can better understand me. I hope it works. She was getting very good and started making real money. She was all stressed out because she was afraid of paying taxes. Well, I turned her business into a corporation, made her the CEO, and I lowered her stress level because her corporation was paying her taxes and not her. There's nothing wrong with paying taxes. We just need to make sure you're paying the least amount. I have 2 examples on how to lower your taxes. The first one is free. If you're in business, such a contractor, a freelancer, a retailer, or any business owner, you're entitled to a relatively new deduction called the Qualified Business Income Deduction. It's also known as QBI, or as tax people call it, the 199 Cap A deduction. You automatically get this 20% deduction from your business income. You don't need to buy anything to get this deduction. Of course, there are a lot of details and limitations to consider, but you'll find this deduction on line 13 of your Form 1040, which is calculated on Form 8995. The second easiest way to lower your taxes will also help you reach your retirement goal. This means putting money into a retirement plan. You get to deduct from your taxable income every dollar you put into your retirement plan. It's your money and it will grow with your investments. The current maximum amount is $66,000 you can shelter from income taxes. Now, this will depend on limitations and details. Now, if this is not enough for you, we can design retirement plans that will allow you to shelter over $100,000 from taxes. And if you're here in California, that can save you nearly $50,000 in taxes. Who wants to save taxes and save for retirement? There are so many more techniques I can teach you. One of the first calls I got when I opened my practice in 1996 was from the wife of one of my first clients. They've been my clients for many years, and they followed me from my previous employer. Nearly all my clients I served followed me to my new practice across the street. I was summoned to Stanford Hospital and met the entire family. My client was dying, but he wanted me to meet his family. He did all the right things for tax and financial planning. And most importantly, he followed my advice for his estate planning. He did pass away a few days later, but it was the most drama-free estate administration I've been involved with. His wife had no money concerns, and the family was just fine. It is possible to reach financial empowerment. Would you like to achieve financial empowerment? My name is Larry Pond. I'm a tax and financial expert, and thank you for your time today, and I look forward to talking to you again.
Larry, you are fantastic. And I love the fact that you speak tax form. Right? I don't speak tax form. I need somebody in my life who does that. What I would love to see, and if you are in the room and you're a meeting planner or in an association that serves the trades or small businesses or financial advisors, this feels like the perfect fit. Hey, there are so many things that I would want to know as a business owner in terms of what I can consider writing off and what's going to be questionable.